So during Summer Game Fest, we got a chance to check out some really great stuff over at the Nintendo section, and we're finally able to sit down and talk about our experience with Orbitals. Orbitals is being brought to you by Kepler and also Kepler Interactive, as well as Shape Farm, and I am still enthralled and shocked by what we saw while at this event. So if you don't know much about the game, grab a friend and launch into Orbitals, an intergalactic two-player co-op adventure set in a wholly new retro anime world. Team up with Maki and Omura, two inseparable explorers with a whole lot more of determination than experience. So this game is a co-op experience that is made with tons of different co-op puzzles. There's all different types of exploration in the game. One of the biggest things about this game that was shocking was the anime visuals. Now, the entire team over at Shape Farm actually relearned this, and I'm going blank on who it was they learned it from, but they went to certain anime studios in Japan and actually relearned the old technique of animation to make this animation in-game look more authentic to the retro style and feel of retro anime. And they learned that technique and then installed it into their development process. And I'm going to tell you guys, I am shocked by this game. Now, I know the title is hands-on, but it was more kind of like hands-on and hands-off. I had started to play the demo, and then I wanted to see it more visually, and there was a lot of people that were trying to get into the area. So I just kind of moved over, and I was like, y'all go ahead and sit down and play, and this is my visual representation of my hands-on impressions, because they were playing it, and the team that played it did everything almost perfect. And when I say that, just the overall feel of the game just felt stupendous. It was an immaculate experience. It really was. Shape Farms really wanted to, when talking to some of the PR team that was there, they wanted to make this experience a fun co-op experience while also breathing these type of really old world or old retro anime feel into it. It's weird. It's weird, and I mean that in a good way. It's almost weird how much the game feels like you're actually playing an old school anime show right in front of you. Like, it's really strange, man. It was kind of mind-boggling because, like, even the smallest elements, like when you go to the pause menu on the game, it actually still has that same kind of anime feel to the menu itself. But there's so much that is offered with this game, and I know that I think as of recent or this morning or as of today or whatever, they announced that the game Orbital will have a full-on international voice cast, and I think that is something really great. I know they're going to have English, Japanese, French, German, Spanish, Brazilian, Portuguese. It's huge, man. It's super, super huge. There's also going to be a panel at Japan Expo Paris this coming up weekend, to where not only fans will get a chance to play the game, but they'll also be able to hear more about the information and meet the French voice cast, which is pretty great. So if you are in France, if you're watching this, head to the Japan Expo in Paris. I originally had my audio for this recorded after Summer Games Fest, like right after the event, but somehow I don't know if when I was transferring the data, but the audio got corrupted, so I had to re-record it today. But I'm telling you guys right now, like, it is a stellar experience. The controls when I was playing it were very smooth. It was really easy to understand the co-op aspect of the game. But something that is just a treasure trove of visual representation is this animation style. Like, it is almost, I know I've said it a few times, but it's really strange to play a game that looks like this and it still have that simplistic type of co-op gameplay feel, really easy to pick up, but it's like an animated show is happening before your eyes. And seeing this retro feel kind of playing out before your eyes, it was just pure nostalgia. And at the event, of course, they had like this old school kind of like 1980s bedroom set up for the booth. And I should have taken a picture of it, but I'll try to see if I can find something online to share something at least. But and I'll give credit to whoever's photo it is. But it was just shocking. It was shocking. The studio at Shape Farm was just, I mean, there was a representative for Kepler there, and I think a representative for the studio there as well, or maybe just a representative from the PR team. But they were really just like so head over heels about the game from their perspective, but hearing all the love and like everybody that was playing the game was really shocked how good the game looked and how it played. Because there's so many times we've seen before in the past that people have tried to do like an animation style with like cell shading or, three-dimensional development. It's hard to kind of do that. So it was like I was very confused. My brain was like on pause mode while I was watching it. Like, how did they do this? And to hear that they did take the time out and they went back to other animation studios and other animators that specialize in this style of like, I guess, oil-based kind of like animation from retro animes way back in the day. I was head over heels. I was a really big old school Gundam fan whenever I was young, and watching those play out, watching this animation style play out before my eyes was just nostalgia. And I also really loved Dragon Ball back in the day. So it kind of had like this really pure kind of feel to it. Like it felt like something so new, but something old at the same time. And it was a baffling experience. I really liked the co-op aspect of the game. I thought it flowed really well. There's a lot of times that you'll have the opportunity of exploring, but the big push in this game is like the puzzle co-op gameplay that you have. And it was really easy to kind of do so, not just whenever I was playing it, but whenever the other journalists were playing it as well. As I was watching them play, it seemed like it was something that was super easy to just pick up, play with your friends, and just have such a cool experience that we haven't really seen in gaming in quite some time. This is going to be a really great game to have sit-down couch co-op play, but there is online play as well. And it might make your experience a little different because I feel like the game is necessarily meant for like split screen. That's one of the big pushes that even the representative at Kepler, when we were talking about this, like having those old school kind of moments in gaming is what gaming has missed. Like sitting down on your couch, doing couch co-op with your friends, it's heavily missed. And I feel like that's something that they were really pushing with this. Even with the retro room, like it felt like I was, it felt like I was like 9 years old playing a game with a friend. And I'm telling you, there was probably 15 to 20 people over there in line waiting to play this game as we were waiting, all of us were sitting back going, ooh, like it was such a beautiful experience. The voice acting was really great. The music and feel of the game was almost kind of breathtaking because it was just such a unique style of game that we haven't seen before. So I'm very excited for this game. The game releases a bit sooner than I thought. It releases in September of this year, September 3rd. It is exclusive for the Nintendo Switch 2. So if you don't have a Nintendo Switch 2, you need to get one just to play this game. I'm telling you, it is. Now, one thing that I did ask that I don't think they could really tell me at the time, I was wondering about the overall time frame of the storyline of this game. Like, what are we sitting at? I would think from what they've kind of talked about before in the past, it might be anywhere between a 15 to 20 hour experience, hopefully. But as I said, the information that they had sent us, it's a really big puzzle-based game. Orbitals rewards smart teamwork and clear communication. Use each character's unique tools to open paths forward, overcome danger, and meet out of this world creatures and characters on a bombastic adventure. So it also says, too, pilot your ship through the perilous asteroid fields and discover mysterious abandoned stations filled with a variety of puzzles and dangers that only two explorers can overcome together. As you navigate uncharted areas, close collaboration is vital. So, that's one of the biggest things about this game. It is a pure co-op experience, and I really feel like it is going to be not just an enjoyable experience for people online, but it's really going to be an enjoyable experience of sitting down and doing actual old school couch co-op. This is something I'm going to play with my wife for sure, and probably play with my daughter. I don't know if my son would be interested in it, but my daughter is going to flip out when this game comes out. She's really been kind of getting into a bunch of anime recently. She's been watching a bunch of old school anime. We watched some old school Gundam the other day, and she is a huge art freak. So she's getting to the point of really having that artistic kind of mindset. And when I showed her the trailer to Orbitals, she was shocked herself that it was actually gameplay that was drawn or that was done like this. And she was like, it was all hand drawn. I said a lot of it was hand drawn, and then it was a process of them pouring that hand drawn animation into, or porting that hand drawn animation into the animation system that they have on this whatever crazy engine that they have that could run this type of thing. And the fact that it was running so smooth on Nintendo Switch 2, I'm just very excited for this game. Hands-on impressions, hands-off impressions, but I'm telling you, you should definitely make sure to keep this on the top of your list. We actually gave it a Summer Games Fest Best of Summer Game Fest award, so please support this studio. The game is only going to be a total of $39 digitally, and I think it's $49 for the physical version, but $39 to get a stellar co-op experience that has this old world, old retro style of animation. Man, I'm just head over heels for this game. I cannot wait to play it. Hopefully we'll be able to review the game. It is going to be one of the top games of 2026, no question. So big shout out to Shape Farm, big shout out to Kepler Interactive for giving us the opportunity of checking this out. Big shout outs to you guys that listen to my rambling, and shout outs of course to Cinelinks. Make sure to check us out at cinelinks.com. We'll talk to you soon. Peace out.